What's going on, everybody? Paterman here. Welcome back to another kit convo. I wanted to have a discussion here. I wanted to open up a conversation that honestly I've been talking my wife's ear off about for a while now, and wanted to bring it to the channel to hopefully get your guys' input and get some of your thoughts on this matter. But I wanted to talk about discovering your own style as a drummer. I think that this topic is very important as a musician because it determines quite a bit of things. So, one of the questions I've been asking myself and trying to get feedback on from my wife is it better as a drummer to work towards and have the ability to play an endless variety and kinds of genres of music, or pick one or two and just polish it up? Hopefully that makes sense, but I think it's really important because as a drummer, your practice times and practicing behind the kit is never going to end. Like, there's never going to be a point in your drumming where it's like, okay, I don't need to practice anymore. I can just play. And I think the answer to the question determines how you practice and what you're practicing towards. And I think that there's really no wrong answer for drumming as a whole. I think some drummers who are like session drummers, they need to get as many gigs and jobs as they possibly can. They really won't care what kind of genre it is. They just need to be able to play the drums for it and get the job and move forward. Other drummers don't want to be playing every genre that comes their way. They only play like one kind of music and they stick to it, and they polish their craft, so to speak, and they just dedicate to perfecting like whatever style that they have. If I were to pull back the curtain a little bit, I kind of don't really know what my style necessarily is as a drummer. And this is something that I'm discovering myself, and it's something that I'm kind of relying on the channel a little bit to help me discover what exactly my style is as a drummer. Over the years, my style has changed so much. I've played metal music, I've played rock music, I've played worship music, I've played indie music, borderline country music. It's changed so much over the years just because I've naturally been more interested in something than other things. But as of late, I've been kind of discovering what exactly I enjoy listening to throughout the day and what I really enjoy playing behind the kit. And to take things even deeper, because if I could just be totally honest with you, I've probably been overthinking this topic quite a bit for myself. But one thing that I've been really thinking deeply on is, you know, when it comes to the drummers or musicians and even the music that you listen to, for you personally and for me, I think that what's really happening is if there's a drummer that catches your attention and you're like, whoa, I like that. There's something about that that attracts me and I want to play that myself. There's like an emotion or a performance that was displayed that was attractive and it was entertaining. And that performance or emotion, I think, is what we need to be able to articulate and practice displaying ourselves. And if you really think deeply about it, I think the key to being a successful musician is being able to recognize what emotion was displayed that I like, and what kind of emotion can I convey behind my playing that other people would like. This could be a happy emotion, a sad emotion, and people relate to those emotions differently and for different reasons. But I think it's really important that whatever emotion you're trying to convey behind the kit really has to tie well to the genre that you're trying to be a part of. So in my drumming, I'm trying to decide if I want my drumming to convey and my performance to convey happiness, sadness, a little bit of a different type of emotion. I'm really trying to discover that myself as a drummer. And I could be totally overthinking all of this and just be absolutely crazy. And if that's the case, I probably need to have your guys' feedback on this because I might be overthinking things. But if I am onto something, then I think that it's really important that as we discover our style as musicians, we have to recognize and be aware of what it is we're doing and what kind of emotions or performances we are casting out to those who watch and listen. Kind of the final thought that I have is reminding myself not to try too hard or think too much about this. I don't want to try too hard to play a genre that really isn't me and isn't my natural style. I want to be aware of what my style is developing into and let it naturally progress, let it naturally grow and become what it is. There are bits and pieces that I kind of take from other drummers and musicians that I really enjoy following on social media. But at the end of the day, we have to be ourselves. We're all individuals, and we have to really just develop our own styles. This is something that at least I believe as a drummer. I think that everyone should be themselves and develop themselves behind whatever instrument they're playing and let it just blossom into something awesome. Hey, that rhymes. So yeah, I just wanted to pull back the curtain a little bit and bring a discussion to the table that I've been having off camera with my wife quite a bit about. And just let you guys know that I'm thinking through what it is my style is and how I can develop my style into something that's tasteful and enjoyable to be able to portray an entertaining performance for you guys online, but also to get your guys' feedback on what it is that stands out to you guys and what makes sense. And if you're a drummer or musician, I would love to know what kind of thought process you have for developing your style and what makes sense to you. So yeah, leave me a comment below, click the thumbs up, and now I'm gonna play some drums.